Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel, and glad you enjoyed the 43 service from Bilston to West Bromwich. We're now doing the 4H from Walsall to Hayley Green, which is operated by Diamond Bus at present. And as you probably know from the new year, Diamond Bus will no longer provide a link across the Hayley Green estate, and Diamond will just do the 4H. Means they've just dropped the 4H and they'll just do it as a number 4 service, just to run as far as Blackheath. So we're just going through Caldmore or Caldmore on the 4H. So we're heading for Halesowen. So we're just going through a place called Little London. So, as you know, I'm super excited to be doing the 4H. So, this goes all the way into Samwell. So, we're heading away from Walsall. So, we're now going through Walsall. Just going to go past Cambridge Parkway. It's going to be a miss for Diamond to be doing the 4H, but still you'll have the 4s, the short workings, to Blackheath. But if you're travelling to Halesowen on a Diamond service from Walsall, you have to change at Blackheath and then get the Diamond 231 into Halesowen, due to the fact that the National Express West Midlands 4H does not accept the Diamond bus tickets. So you have to change to go on a 231 to Halesowen, which is Diamond, so you can complete the Diamond trip. So it is a disappointment that we've lost the Diamond lost the 4H to NX. Well, due to the fact that it'll just be done by NX, and Diamond will just do the 4s. So it's like they've now lost both the routes, like the 4M in the past and the 4H. So anyway, we're just coming into West Bromwich. So this is West Bromwich. So Stonecross, West Brom. So I will be doing the 40 in the new year again. I know the 40 is a really good route, because you've got Diamond and NX. So that route is staying. So I'm so happy they're staying. As you know, Diamond used to compete with NX on the 87 and also on the 74. So they used to do the 74s years ago. But they do run the 74A, and I'm so happy that now the 74's been retained, because the 74 is a good route. So here we go. We're now coming into West Bromwich, as it's spelt. So just gone past the so we're just passing Samwell General Hospital. So this is West Bromwich. So we just come all the way. Now I might consider doing the 4M version. As you know, Diamond used to do the 4M, but apparently that stopped ages ago now. And Diamond no longer do the 4M, because that stopped years ago. Oh, sorry. Am I going the right way? No, I've just gone the wrong way. So, anyway, I will be covering the Diamond 4 after this, which is just the short work into Blackheath. So, I'll be doing a short work into Blackheath. So, here we are. Coming into West Bromwich. So, here we are. Arriving at West Brom. So this is West Bromwich. Okay then guys, we're now coming out of West Bromwich bus station, and we're now heading for Hayley Green through Oldbury. So we're now going to go through Oldbury and we're going to go to Hayley Green. So once again guys, hope you're keeping yourselves well and looking after yourselves. So we're now heading for Hayley Green through Oldbury. And then we'll go on towards Halesowen. So then go on to Halesowen. So we'll head for Halesowen once we get to Oldbury. So as you know, this has been a great channel so far. So we have done really well with the YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures, and we will continue to maintain the channel as always. So the channel is going to still be maintained, so we will get the channel going again, and we have got the channel going again so far, so we will come through it together. So we are doing really well. So more and more videos are on the channel in days and days, so we are going to come with more videos again. So more videos are going to be covered, so I'm really excited to say that we are going to be back doing the stuff that we love doing again, and that's us being a success on this YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. So as you probably know, we're just leaving West Bromwich. So we're just leaving West Brom. As you can tell, there's a bit of thick blanket of snow all outside, so that's lovely to see. Normally you'd see like dry, but apparently, as you know, it's been in colder temperatures. We've been in cold temperatures lately, so I was wrapped up warm, had my hat and scarf and gloves on, and my thick coat, because as you know, it's cold. I didn't want to catch a cold because I had a common cold a few weeks back, but I was all nice and toasty, so there was nothing to worry about. So here we go. So as you can tell, we're travelling on a Volvo B7 RLE with a Plaxton Centro body. Now the 4H is seen with regular type buses now, variety of buses, because before they used the Volvo B7 RLE right Eclipse urban bodies, and they were the ones that had free Wi-Fi that never tend to work, I'm afraid, which was a disappointment, because I know I loved it when I had the free Wi-Fi. I loved it when it had the advertisement for the free Wi-Fi, but apparently the Wi-Fi was turned off due to the fact that it was a bit complicated to operate. And Diamond also had the signature Wi-Fi as well, if you remember the signature buses that used to operate in Solihull. But however, that work stopped in 2019 due to the fact that the signature contracts were no longer viable. And the signature contracts, they ran from the Regis depot for Diamond buses. They were originally from Central Connect, and they used a batch of streetlight buses, Optare Solo SRs, and Mercedes-Benz Citaros. So they were all on the Solihull routes, but then they scooted off onto the main work across Redditch. But however, the Citaros have now gone up to Diamond Northwest up in Manchester. So I'm hoping to go back to Manchester for next year, but I don't cover buses in Manchester because due to the fact that it's a busy environment, so I don't fancy going to Manchester to go on buses. But I do like to go to Manchester because the only part I like about going to Manchester is to go on the plane, is to go and watch the planes at Manchester International Airport. So as you know, Manchester Airport is the place for me to go when I go to Manchester. So anyway, here we go. We're just passing along. This is Sandwell and Dudley train station for services on the West Coast Main Line provided by Avanti West Coast and West Midlands Railway, which is also in part with London North Western Railway. So here we go. We are heading under the bridge at Sandwell and Dudley station. Now, Diamond also had variety of different buses on in 2018 other than the Volvos. They had the Plaxton Centros on. And of course they've had rare appearance of Optare Solos, a Melostrata, and also they've used a Plaxton President, which was the Excentral, but that's now gone to Preston Bus, which is up north, which is the sister company to Diamond Bus. And of course you used to have other sister companies like Central Connect, and of course you also had other operators like Wessex Connect, Hallmark as well. And of course you've got Blackpool City Transport. They're all under the group of Rotala. And Rotala is the owner of Diamond Buses, so they own the company as a profit. Because they own Diamond, and Diamond operate in Tividale, which this route comes from. And of course you've got Redditch and Kidderminster, and a small outstation in Tamworth. And of course you recently got Burton-on-Trent, which is the East Midlands region, which has taken over from Midland Classic. Well, Midland Classic MC. So here we go. We're just now coming into Oldbury. So this is Oldbury. We're also by the Oldbury Sainsbury's, and then close by is the Oldbury Retail Park, the Oldbury Green Retail Park, which is nearby. So the Oldbury Green Retail Park. So just by the Oldbury Green Retail Park. So we're just by the Oldbury Green Retail Park. So welcome to Oldbury Town Centre, in the centre of Oldbury. Okay then, guys, we're now in Rowley, Regis. So we're now in Rowley, Regis. So we're now heading for Blackheath now. So we're now in part of Cradley Heath. Well, not in Cradley Heath itself. So we're now going down the Coombs and we're now heading down towards Halesowen. So here we are at Halesowen. Okay then, here we go. We're just now leaving Halesowen and we are heading round to Hayley Green. Now, as you probably know, the 4H once again is run by both Diamond and National Express, but it is not a partnership route compared to the likes of the 40, 42. 43 and also the 31s and the 32s. This is one of the only ones left, and of course the 16 being joined up and also the 50s as well. So both of them aren't partnership routes. So here we go. We're now going up the slope coming out of Halesowen. For Hayley Green. This is the next Clarabelle Speedl SP200 right pulsar. As you know, Diamond has had pulsars in the past because I had two batch at their Redditch depot, but apparently the pulsar was put up for sale in 2021 last year, and it was that one of them went to Midland Classic buses in Burton, but not long after that, Diamond bought Midland Classic out, and that means they've got the pulsar back, but it's a different fleet number compared to the original fleet number. So then,
Pulsars at their Tamworth depot, and also at Telford. The Telford Pulsars are built for the majority of the commercial services, and of course the number 5's up to Stafford, which is a great route, to be honest, the old 481. Clicking going on in the background. Also there's a few batch of these Pulsars on the 002 route, the Maryhill to Wheelie Castle, and of course on the 229 from Dudley to Bilston. It's nice to see a Pulsar come down here. Of course came up to Halesowen on the 142, but I've already filmed the 142 this year, and I'm actually going to film it again next year from when it gets extended to Maryhill to replace the 28, which is currently operated by NATEX, National Express West Midlands, NXWM. I'm going to be really excited to be hearing for that Dom's going to be having part of the 287 back, because I really love it. Come back to the 28 corridor, well, the extended 142. So here we are following the 28 right now. So then guys, here we go. We're heading out for Hayley Green. Thinking that I used to, well, before I used to call all these type buses Volvo B7RLE Writer Eclipse Urbans, but however they've got the similar body but a different motor, because this is a VDL XB200 Wright Pulsar bus, and also it's similar with the Scania Solar buses as well, if you know them Scanias. However, the Solars, they are good buses. I like the Solars, and of course, Linsterley also have a batch of Pulsars as well. Linsterley, which are based in Shrewsbury, Salop. So everything's all been well, and we're gonna let YouTube make its impact. There's nothing to be seen about the Omicron now, because due to the fact that we're all living with COVID's not a problem anymore, so I'm once again having to enjoy myself on buses. Anyway, here we go down the Portsdown. I believe going the further route that would have been the 142, the 142 route. Well, going down that way, but probably the 142I that's going to go that route to Halesowen. Tividale Diamond Depot touch, well, on most of it, because the next part will be covered with the Diamond 192, which is the kiddie one, and that's from the Kidderminster Depot. Now I'll be back in Kidderminster next week, all being well, just before Christmas. I'm really looking forward to Christmas, and I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, and best wishes for 2023. We'll start new videos and create all the fun and excitement. So the 80, so here we are at Hayley Green. So this is Hayley Green, the terminus, the 4H from Walsall for both the National Express and the Diamond. Scanning on my link, line over in front. I think that one's broke down.